Meta didn't pay $2 billion for Manus AI to help people do things like write emails faster. They bought it because this AI turns search into cash flow. I ran one simple experiment and I have it running right now in the background with me. I've run it multiple times right now, and I'm going to share these results with you. This tool automatically pulled 100 real business owners' information and verified emails. These are the same types of business owners that people like Kristen in my community sell simple AI subscription-based services to, like posting on these businesses' social media every single month. You can see she says first invoice of the year. This is just a couple days ago. Restaurant client for $3,000 recurring monthly for social media posting. Now, full disclosure, Kristen is an action taker. She's been in my community for quite some time right now, but she has been willing to follow these step-by-step instructions, like I'm going to share with you in this video, to use tools like Manus AI to get clients and grow an online business. And again, you can see this in the background right now. Google is actually finding these types of leads for me. So if you understand what this actually means, you'll realize that if you were looking to, say, get a small business to pay you for helping them use AI tools like ChatGPT or Manus AI, like I'm going to show you in this video, then you know that this is a real opportunity for just normal people like you and me. I mean, I used to be a mechanic, and now I run a full-fledged business out in Hawaii. In fact, we were recently recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii, helping small businesses with AI subscription-based services, especially using tools like Manus. In fact, I've been using Manus since it was released in March, and my training videos has over 1 million views about tactics that I have used to get clients, just like I'm sharing with you in this video. So I do consider myself qualified to talk about Manus AI, but also I myself am landing AI subscription clients. And again, I'm not saying you're going to push a button and get the type of results that I get overnight, but I'm sharing my results with you to qualify myself. This is my Square account. You can see this is through Mina Marketing. This has nothing to do with YouTube. And if I filter out through last month, I've generated over $49,000 in revenue from helping small businesses using tools just like I'm going to share with you in this video. So as I say, I feel like I'm qualified to share this information with you. Now, real quick, before we get into all this information on using Manus AI and how to get small businesses to pay you monthly for services like social media posting, whether you're brand new and you just want these step-by-step instructions, or you are a seasoned AI vet and you're looking to add an additional thing that you can add onto your business, I'm going to share all of that in this video. But first, I do want to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training. And this is an additional 4-part series that I'm going to give you right now for free, where I spend even more time with you giving tactics just like the ones I'm going to give you in this video on how to get small businesses to pay you AI subscriptions using tools like Manus AI. I'm also going to give you a 30-day free trial to the AI tools that I use to get clients and run my business. It's totally optional if you want it. And if you want the 4-part fast track training, please just be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, comment below, and I will send you a direct link to the 4-part fast track training and the prompts and the bonuses I'm going to give you in this video. And also, not required, but always appreciated, please consider sharing this video with a friend who you feel like should get going with this business model. And again, just comment below and I'll send this over to you. So this is what I have in store for you. This is the timeline for this video. Okay, we're going to talk about Meta buying Manus AI. We're going to talk a little bit about Manus AI and why it's so powerful. And for those of you that don't know and you've never heard of Manus before, you haven't seen it in the real world, Manus AI first went viral when it was released in March, and a video showed it multitasking like 30 different things all at one time. And you can see in my screen, that's exactly what it does. It can open up tons of different browser tabs, tons of different tools, and use those tools simultaneously, like you have 30 AI agents working for you all at once. So we're going to talk about Manus AI, fastest ways to profit, and then I'm going to show you how to automate this same service that Kristen sold, and I've shared before with people on my channel, social media posting for small businesses. So I'm going to give you end-to-end instructions, everybody, on how to do all this. Okay, so let's do that. If that sounds good for everybody that's tuning in live, please like the video. Give me some comments below. Put your questions in the bottom. I'm going to spend some time after the training here, and I'm going to go through as many questions as I can on any topic that you want to talk about. So let's talk about this a little bit. Meta buys AI startup Manus for more than $2 billion. I think they got it on the cheap. What do you guys think for what Manus AI is capable of? Manus AI, as I said, is an autonomous agent, and I had a little screenshot pulled up here. Manus AI multitasking. It shows you the viral video where it went. Here we go. Let's pull it up. Let's see if I get this for you. You can see what it looks like when you have Manus running a task on your screen. I don't know who that is. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. I had it before, but I do have a search going right now in real time, and you can see, like this one, for example. I asked Manus AI to build me a website for my personal brand, and you can literally watch over the shoulder as it creates, researches. It's looking up all the information on me, and you can watch its screen in real time building this website for you. And not only that, which is crazy to see like an AI working over the shoulder, it publishes the website on a live domain for you to be able to go and check out and actually share with other people, right? So let's see, try it again, skip to the results. I actually posted this a couple days ago, so let me run this query one more time so you guys can see it. And I want to actually show you what it looks like when it's published live. So I'm going to have this running in the background, right? Build me a website for my personal brand, Nick Ponte. And you can see that it's thinking, and then it just starts to take action. And I really was blown away when I started watching this tool build these things. Because in the past, if you think about it, my company, Mind Marketing, we work with a lot of small businesses. We build websites. We do search engine optimization. We run Google ads. We do lots of things. But it takes a team to do all those things. And we have to pay the team to do lots of things. And so when I see this tool research, code, and put things together where normally I would have to like sit in a room and manage people and teach them how to do things, then it really allows me to kind of think about where this future of AI is headed. If you had teams of 20, you may only need a team of 3, as long as they know how to use tools like this to be more successful, right? So we're going to come back to this. I'm going to show you this website after it's built in a second. I see lots of people tuning in live. Appreciate you guys tuning in live. So Meta buys AI startup Manus for more than $2 billion. And one of the things that I think is the move for Meta to buy Manus is to basically skip years of research and development, right? Manus is the first autonomous agent to really hit the streets. And autonomous means you ask it to do things, like I've shared with you. Build me a website, and it's already going out, and it's doing the research. Look, it's using Nano Banana to create these images all on its own. I didn't have to give it any more instructions. And so I think, and you can tell me what you think, that because this autonomous agent tech already exists, Meta really just bought the speed, right? And they want to get in on the AI agent world. The AI agent world is where this is going. And if you don't see that, I hope this video helps, open your eyes to, ChatGPT is obviously very awesome, but asking questions and getting responses is really just like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to using AI tech. The next step is to ask questions, give me answers, and say, okay, go out and do those things for me. Go create that website for me. And that's what an agent is. And as these agents become more widespread and integrated in tools like Meta, Instagram, I don't know where that really goes, but obviously Facebook is willing to take a $2 billion bet so they can plug this tool into their platforms. And so if you have never used this tool before, I recommend going and checking it out. You have 300 credits for free daily to use and test. And you also get credits for like reviewing how well the results come into your feed. So if you ask it a question, it asks you like, what do you think about this? You can give it 5 stars and it gives you more credits. So there's a little way to like hack your way into using more tools. But beyond that, it's $20 a month for the pricing plan. So I think $20 a month, again, to have something like this that can actually build you stuff is a small price to pay. You have to know, like, to hire a web developer, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per project. And $20 a month to have this guy, look at it. Building a website with the kinetic Swiss modernism style, incorporating geometric assets. And you have to, remember that it did all this research on me to build this website about me. Okay, so I think that's where this is going. I think that's why Meta did this. But I have already been using Manus for many things: scraping data, organizing receipts into spreadsheets, building websites and funnels, researching customers, leads, and competitors. It can, if you want, it can control your browser for you. Now, I know a lot of people are like pretty conspiracy driven, like, oh, I would never do that. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not giving this tool anything that's like sensitive. I'm not giving it my social security number. I'm not giving it unrestricted access to my computer. I never click the buttons that say always allow or completely log in. I have 2-factor authentication on anything that I log into. So it couldn't go in there without me. And obviously I don't do it for stupid stuff. But if you wanted to, you could let Manus control your browser to do lots of things. And so that's probably a topic for another video. For this video, as I said, I'm going to talk about one of the fastest ways that I have profited using AI to get me subscription-based clients from small businesses. And again, I see testimonials like this from Kristen coming into my community regularly. This one was just a couple days ago. But you can see she sold this package to a small restaurant or a bar and a restaurant for $3,000 per month for social media posting and website updates. So would you guys like to see in more detail on how that works? And I have this bonus document here that I'm going to give you with all the prompts, my 4-part fast track training. I have this new prompt that I've developed for Manus to help pull leads that you can use to sell this exact service to, like Kristen here. And then we're going to talk about automating the posting completely using this tool here called HighLevel, which makes it super easy to automate the actual posting to several different social media platforms. So, if you get somebody to pay you, they connect their social media here, and then you just create and schedule these posts to go out to their social media. And so if you can use a platform like Facebook, then you can use this tool to create these AI type posts. This is an AI related image, AI generated content. And then you can see they're scheduled every single week or every other day. And this is exactly what we do. We get paid to do this. And this is for, my social media, for my company, Mind Marketing. Obviously I can't pull up, somebody who we're actually working for, because that's some sensitive information. But we're going to go through all this. Okay. We're going to go through everything step by step. So I want to first set the stage by sharing with you guys the opportunity that we're in. Okay. I work with small businesses and I help them because most business owners are busy running their business. I'm talking about the HVAC companies, the electricians, the just small business owners in my area. And with the explosive growth of AI as a topic at large, everybody knows about AI, they hear about it, but the majority of people, and go ask them, have no idea how to use it to actually grow their business, save them time, get them more customers, sales, or leads. The most small businesses have usually used tools like ChatGPT for, they've never heard of Manus, is to ask it questions, give it relationship advice, feedback on travel itineraries or building recipes and things like that. But they know in the back of their mind, and I'm calling this AI guilt, you heard it here first, they know that AI could potentially help them grow their business, but they have no idea where to start. I would even add to that they think in the back of their mind that their competitors are probably using AI to grow their business. And if they're not, they're trying to figure it out right now. Let me know if you agree. Let me know in the comments if you agree that obviously if you're a business owner, you're thinking this through and thinking of it in this way. And that is where you and I, hashtag AI guilt, Scott, appreciate that. I'm going to start a movement, hashtag AI guilt. A t-shirt I think would be appropriate as well. But it's true, right? It really is. And that's where you and I come in. Okay, I'm going to show you a tactic that you can use to not only use AI, Manus AI, and I'm loving this Manus AI to build an unlimited list of leads. I'm going to give you this query. This is all going on in the background. You can see, this wide research query that I have is like next level. I'm going to show you how to get unlimited leads using Manus AI and how to sift through them and find the ones that are most likely to pay for a monthly subscription service. I'm going to give you an email template to reach out to them so that you can position yourself as an expert, whether you're brand new or not. And hopefully they say yes to an irresistible offer that I'm going to give you so that you can turn them into a customer. Okay, so it starts out just by knowing that these small businesses are out there. And as I said, my company has been recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii as a result of using AI tools to save more time, improve our profit margins, get more customers. So this stuff that I'm sharing with you, it does work, okay? And just know that the information I'm sharing with you comes from the actual trenches of running one of these businesses, unlike a lot of these other fake gurus out there or YouTube experts who give you a new method to get a client every single day, but have never used one of those methods before to actually get a client. I'm going to show you right now how to get one yourself. So the first thing that I do, it always starts with a lead list, a business of leads. And so I use this prompt right here, and I'm going to give it to you in this document. Make sure to comment below. It says you use Google search for keyword, and it's using LinkedIn. It's searching for LinkedIn profiles that are tagged as small business owners or founders in my city or state. Help me find at least 100 small business owners with the following details: business name, full name, business address, website URL, contact phone number, email address. I have never released this prompt publicly. This is the first video that I'm giving this to you guys, and it works really, really well. So take a screenshot of it if you want, or comment below and I'll give you the document. But here's what it produces, just so you know. It opens up, if you use Manus AI, it builds you a wide research document, which wide research, for those of you that don't know, is Manus AI spinning up multiple different instances, multiple different agents. Think of hundreds of agents going out at once and finding this information for you rather than just one working on it. And you can see it says that, let me move my little talking head down here. Research is complete. Contact details for 80 Hawaii tourism businesses below. And I have them all right here. Maui Travel Supplies, business name, owner name, business address, website URL, contact phone numbers, emails, and everything. So first of all, before we go any further, what do you think about that? How freaking wild is that, right? Unlimited source of small businesses and information that you can potentially do a little more digging on and find ways to add value and get paid in the process. So these are the fundamentals of what I'm going to be giving you. Okay, so this service that Kristen sold, we're going to focus on the social media posting. Okay, why is social media posting something valuable? And you may have bias already on this, but let me help give you some insight as to why this is valuable, especially for the small business owner. And why do we work with small business owners, you guys? We're looking for people to pay us for giving them value in some way. In order to pay us for something, they have to have some money. Small businesses usually have some money. If they don't, you might want to find a different one. They're usually looking to spend that money to reinvest it into their business to grow their business even further. So it's a write-off to them, right? They want to reinvest their capital to grow their business even more. And that is where you can come in if you can help them grow their business even more, especially using a tool or tactics like AI, that would be a good investment for them. And like I said, most small businesses, they have no idea where to start. And the nice thing about this, you guys, is you do not have to be a software developer. You do not have to create an AI tool on your own. The best tools already exist. I'm already showing you. You just take this prompt right here and you plug this into Manus AI and it gives you this list, right? It gives you this list of leads that I've shared with you. It's still working in the background there. It actually just finished. It gave me this huge list of businesses in the tourism industry, right? 81 businesses. Let me know in the chat if you think you can copy this lead list, fill in your information, and put it into Manus. That's step one, okay? Step one is picking an industry, activity, home services, professional. I recommend picking an industry that you're familiar with and then going to Manus AI, plugging in your information in this prompt, your location, the industry that you want to go to. You want to look for clients that you can potentially serve. If you used to be in the home services industry, I recommend you start there, because you can speak the language. You know what they're looking for. You know how to help them. And if you don't have one, then pick one that your spouse or your friend or one that you're close to, okay? You comment below and you can get the document, or you can hang out for a second. I'm going to give you the document live in a few minutes once I get through the training, you guys. So the next step, by the way, and in this document, I'm going to give you a couple email templates that you can use to send to people on this list to hopefully get them to pay you. But that's not everything. The missing piece between those two things is you need an irresistible offer to get them to say yes. That is the reason why most people who send emails and DMs to try to get customers never actually get one, because they just sound like everybody else. Okay, so social media posting is valuable because, think about it for a second. If you are looking for, let's say you're going to visit Maui, right? I live in Maui, and you're planning a vacation here, and you have 5 days that you're coming. That's like an average rate. And on one of those days, you want to go on a kayak tour. And so while you're home in Michigan or Oklahoma or wherever, you're doing some research on what the best kayak tours are on Maui. And you go to Google and you type in kayak tours on Maui and you find a website and you start to look them up, because everybody does this, right? You want to de-risk the situation. You want to make sure you have something reserved for one of your 5 days before you get there. So you're going to do the research there from afar. And while you're doing that, you're going to find a website and you're probably going to go look them up on social media, and you're going to try to make sure that they're providing a high quality service or product, which is going to allow you to invest your hard-earned dollars and take the risk of spending one of your vacation days that you only, a lot of people don't get many of them per year, on this specific business. And so while you are in your search, if you come across a business, maybe they have a nice website, for example, I don't know what I have. This is, I have a bunch of businesses here, but this is an example. This business hasn't posted since July 2025. So let's say you do the research, you find a business you like, you go on their social media and you go look to see how the services and the products look, but you see that this business hasn't posted in 2 years on their social media. That is going to be a risk for you. That is going to be a question mark. You're going to say, are there actually people who use this service? Are they still in business? You know what? This seems a little risky. This is subconsciously, you're going to move to another business, because there's going to be a lot of them that have a very active, healthy social media with people regularly posting on their social media. And so that's why posting, I want to be very clear with you guys. What Kristen sold here, she says it. Social media posting, $3,000 for social media posting and website updates for 3 locations. Okay, so $3K is a high ticket. I recommend for brand new people to sell social media posting for $500 to $1,000 per month, depending on how many times you post. And stick with me here, because we use AI to create the content and to schedule the post, so it's completely automated. So before you start thinking like, oh, I have to be a writer or a graphic designer, I have to know how to do all this, I'm going to show you how you can use this tool to do it for you. So social media posting is valuable to the business owner, because if they don't have an active social media profile, then people are going to go to their competitors. And I want to be very clear that we are not selling social media marketing where, you put out a post and you get 300 new customers. That's not what we're doing. We are setting the expectation of what you are going to provide for $500 to $1,000 a month as activity on their social media. And I know this because I did this wrong. I tried to sell social media marketing, and when they didn't get any new customers, they're like, hey, we've seen your posts going out, but they're not working. That is where people make a huge newbie mistake. And you will know, and I know this from doing this many, many times, that we are selling you activity on your social media. The value you get is seeing the post go out every single day or every other day, whether or not it gets 3,000 likes or 5 sales or 10 sales. You're selling activity, you're selling a heartbeat. So does everybody that's watching this video, let me know in the comments if you're following along. Give me a I get it, or yep, this makes sense in the chat so I know what you're doing. And also, how many people are watching this stream? It really helps me out to know how many people are here because I can't see it in OBS where I'm streaming. So now that you know why social media posting is a valuable service, I want to go back to what I've shared with you, okay? The steps, right? Step 1, pick an industry, and we're going to build a list. I've given you the prompt in the document here. We plug that into Manus AI. You can see that I've already plugged it in at the top of my search here. And it comes back and it gives you a list of leads just like this. And what I want you to do is go through this list of leads, go to their websites, and check them out. Go to their social media page. This guy doesn't have a social media page because he's selling mobility scooters. Oh, he does, right here at the top. And I want you to find the businesses. What's his company name here? Akamai Mobility Scooters. Hold on. Let's see if we can find it. Akamai Mobility. I want you to find businesses that have a small audience, anywhere from 300 to 500 followers. This guy has 2 followers, so it doesn't really count. He's not an ideal customer. They have to have some people that know them, like them, probably want to hear from them. And they have to have posted before, but not in a long time. Now, this guy doesn't really have anybody following him. And he has posted before, but not in several months. And the reason you were looking for people that have a little following, but have posted not in a long time is because of 2 things. Number 1, they have people that know them, like them, trust them, that probably want to hear from them again. But also because if they've posted in the past, but they haven't recently for 3 months, 6 months to a year, that means that they understand the value of the social media posting, or they would have never posted before. But why have they not posted in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months to a year or longer? The reason is because they ran out of money, they lost their social media person. It's a lot of work, or it has been in the past, you guys, a lot of work to create social media content, right? I like to use this example of this business, Maui Stand-Up Paddle Adventures, because it's a great example. Maui Stand-Up Paddle Boarding, because I work in the activity, a lot of activity clients, right? Because I'm in Maui. And this business right here, right? 970 followers. And they've posted before, but 2024 is quite some time ago. Why do you think that these guys fell off the map? Maybe their, social media person left. It costs a lot of money. To actually get this photo, they had to have somebody out there on a stand-up paddleboard tour with this person, with a camera in a water housing. They had to take the photo. They had to bring it back. They had to put it in Google Drive. They had to give it to somebody. That person had to take it to social media individually, to Facebook, to Instagram, to LinkedIn, and make all those posts. You guys see how there is a lot of friction in that process in comparison to using a tool like Go HighLevel, which I'm going to give you 30 days free to this tool, to just click new post and use AI to create images just like this, specific for this business, and the text content, and then just schedule it out every single day to go to multiple platforms all at the same time. Now, I know that I said a lot there, and I'm going to go through it with you step by step, okay? But the point that I'm making here in going through it completely is that you can see that now with AI and a tool like HighLevel, which I'm going to give you 30 days free to, which is plenty of time to follow along and get your first customer if you follow along and take action so that you can pay for HighLevel. It's only $99 a month, which is a small price to pay if you have a business paying you $500 or $1,000 a month for one social media campaign. But I'm showing you this because I want you to see that no longer do you have to actually be there on the stand-up paddle tour or in person or even in that location. You can be in Maui and you can be social media posting for people in Arkansas because you can now create the images to the content that look like you're actually there. You can create the content that actually makes it look like you're there. So let's say remember, step one, you find you do the lead list, you find the business, you identify the pain points. They haven't posted on social media. They've posted before, but they haven't in a long time. Now, when you find somebody that fits that criteria, I'm going to close this one, has an audience, 500 followers or more, has posted before, but not in 6 months to a year, I want you to use my email template here to reach out to them. Subject line, just notice something about your page. And you can take a screenshot of this, or I can see you guys in the live chat. I'm going to do this real quick before I go through this. I just put a link in the chat to my 4-part AI fast track training. This is the fast track training. It's free. I'm giving you this entire bonus document in there. And of course, 30 days to HighLevel. So also, you're getting actually this entire document with it, which is all the bonus documents from all my last videos. And this one is right here. You can see it right here, the last one on the list. So once you sign up for the fast track, you'll get taken to a page that says, here's your 30-day trial to HighLevel. Here's video 1 of the fast track. Here's a list of bonus resources. You get all those things right there. And remember, you guys, I'm going to go through all the questions that I see you guys putting in, so make sure you put them in the chat. So when you find that type of business, right, has some followers, has posted before, but not in a long time, I want you to come here and use this email. I just noticed something about your page. Hey, and then you use their first name, right? Because Manus AI actually gives you their name. You want to make the email personalized. And this is where you give them an irresistible offer so they can't say no. It says, hope this doesn't come out of left field. I was checking out your business online and noticed you have a solid social media following, but it looks like you haven't posted in a while, ? I totally get it. Running a business is crazy, but I couldn't help thinking you've got people already paying attention to you. That's rare. Most businesses would love to have that kind of audience, and every day they don't hear from you is money left on the table. Anyway, I help businesses just like yours stay active and online and connect with their followers. No pressure or anything, but I'd be happy to create 2 weeks of free content for you just to show you what that could look like. If you like it, cool, we can chat more. If not, no big deal. You've got a couple of weeks of free quality posts. So imagine you find a business that fits the criteria, has some following, hasn't posted in a long time, has posted before, but not a long time. Do you think this person would be happy to say, yeah, I'll take 2 weeks of free posting. I'll take 2 weeks of content so I can at least give my social media profile a little sign of life? Of course they're going to say yes. That is an irresistible offer, especially to the business owner that doesn't know how you can create content using this tool. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that because, if I told you you could create customized content for this business in just a matter of minutes, you will quickly see that if you want to give 2 weeks of free content to 5 or 10 people today, it doesn't take you very long. It just takes a few minutes, okay? So this is Go HighLevel. Go HighLevel, just a quick summary, is my Swiss Army knife of tools that I use to actually get small businesses as clients. And I'm not going to go through everything in this video. I talk more about it in the fast track training, but you can build websites. You have an AI agents feature. You can send emails. You can collect reviews for them. If you are a contractor, you have a tool belt of all the tools that you need to do roofing, right? You have a hammer, you have a chisel, you have nails. As somebody who's using AI to get small businesses to pay them online, Go HighLevel is your entire tool belt. It's all of those tools that you need for one low price tag, $99. I'm giving you 30 days free, you guys, so you can use it. Follow along in my 4-part fast track training to get your first client or your next client if you already have some clients. And you can cover the cost of the tools so you can fund this type of business model for yourself. My whole goal is to get you to get your first client. And yes, I get a commission when you sign up and actually stay past the 30 days. So the reason I'm giving you all this value and showing you exactly how to get a client is because our incentives are aligned. I want you to have success. I want you to actually get a client because yes, I get a commission. So the longer you use the tool, you're only going to use the tool if you get customers. The longer you use it, the longer I get a commission. So our incentives are aligned, and I want to make that clear to you guys, okay? That's why I'm giving you all my best stuff here. So this is HighLevel. You can brand it anything you want. I put my company logo there. If you don't have a company yet, you can just leave it as Go HighLevel. The section that I want to focus on right now is called the social planner, okay? And the nice thing is when you get one of these businesses to say, yes, I'll take the 2 weeks of free content, all you have to do is go to the Launchpad and hit this send link button and put in their phone number, and they will get a link to come here and connect their social media profiles. You can see I have Google Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. They're all connected. And so you don't ever have to ask them for their social media passwords, their Instagram password, which is a friction point, right? You just tell them, hey, I sent you a link. You can log in, connect your social media accounts. And what I'll do is I'll create the 2 weeks of free content there, and you'll see it saved as a draft. And I'll let you know when it's done. And if you like the look of it, great. If you have any edits, we can make those edits before we actually send them out. And so now that you know that, let me show you how quickly we can create 2 weeks of free content for any business out there. So I just hit new post, right? Create new post, and select the accounts that I want to post to. And I hit select all because obviously I want to post to all the accounts at once, which is another benefit of using HighLevel. In the past, when I was a rookie getting started with this almost 10 years ago, my first social media posting accounts, I had to do individually and manually. I had to create the content manually, even though I was horrible at writing. I had to go research free images and stock photos. Now I can just use this one tool to create all these things at once. So if I just hit this AI button right here and I put it, the key message for social media posts is going to be more stand-up paddleboard tours, right? I'm going to use the example of the paddleboard company. Goal for the social media post, more stand-up paddleboard tours. Key message for the post, stand-up paddleboard tours on Maui are beautiful. And I'm going super fast. Obviously, you can spend a lot more time, if you want, in making better quality content. But you can see, even as going fast as I am, you can have stuff that is high quality enough to go out the door. Tone of voice, I'm going to go professional. You can change it casual, formal, enthusiastic, and you can change how many variations of the post you want. I'm just going to do 3. And the tool is going to create 3 posts for me. If I wanted to do 2 weeks, I could put 14 and I can have it all done in 1 click. Somebody says, does HighLevel create invoices for customers too? Yes, you have this section here that says payments. You can use payments. You can connect a Stripe account, which is free, and you can send invoices in HighLevel. So again, that's a tool that I actually pay for separately because I'm doing this for a long time. I have Square that I use to send our initial invoices, but you can send payments directly through HighLevel. So the content was created. Discover Maui's breathtaking coastline from a whole new perspective with our exclusive private stand-up paddleboard tour. This is 10 times better than anything I could ever write. And there's 3 of them. I'm just going to hit continue. And so I have my post here, right? Google Business, Facebook, Instagram. Obviously, we're lacking the image. And now I'm going to go to the image section and I'm going to create image from AI. Describe your image. Paddle boarding on Maui. Number of variations. You want to do 2 weeks in 1 click. You go ahead. I actually don't know if, you can do 4. 4 is the max. Okay, so it would take you 4, 8, 12, 16. It would take you 3 generations of this, 4 generations of this to get 12 or 14, sorry. And so you can choose your image style. Photography is the best for, businesses, in my opinion. But, you might have clients that want to have animated, pastel, watercolor. I'm going to go with photo. I'm going to hit generate. And remember, you guys, this is what I'm doing here is I'm creating this for this business, and in just a couple of minutes. This picture, what is the difference between this picture that I just created for this post with this text, both using AI? What is the difference of this and what they have already there? Can you guys tell me any difference? I don't see any difference. I would make the argument that, I know because I'm from Maui that this isn't a Maui mountain, but if you've never been here or if you're not from here, you would never know. And it looks like a beautiful post. So imagine spending 5 minutes to create 2 weeks of content up front for this business owner, and you schedule them all out, right? I'm gonna go save for later because I want to save it as a draft, right? Post created successfully, it says at the top. And I have the draft right here. And when I create the 2 weeks free, my irresistible offer, I'm going to message the business owner. I'm going to say, hey, I got the 2 weeks set up. Go check them out. And trust me, this business that has a little audience, that has posted before, but hasn't in almost a year, knows the value in this, is going to take you up on 2 weeks of free content because they're going to give their social media pages a sign of life. But once they see those posts go out every single day, do you think they're going to say, hey, what's it going to take to get you to do this for me for the rest of the month and the next of the month and the rest of the month and the entire year? And that's what I call a foot in the door service. It's a foot in the door service that took you a few minutes to create up front. And this is why if you create value first in the beginning, you can be somebody that's new and get somebody to pay you. But you have to follow this entire process, you guys, right? And I think it's pretty straightforward. I copy and paste this prompt into a tool like Manus AI. You guys, some of you are asking, like, Manus is $20 a month. If you don't want to spend $20 a month, you can go to Gemini. Gemini's free, and you can do the same thing. You put the same, I have another post in this document, prompt document right here. I have a Gemini prompt, and I just plug that into Gemini, free, Google's tool, and they're going to give you the leads in Gemini. Okay, I'm giving you straight value here, you guys. You take this, you build your lead list, you go through your lead list, and that's the website we built at the beginning of the video. You go through your lead list, right? You go to their websites, you find the businesses that have a little social media following but haven't posted in 6 months to a year. You send them the email template that I've given you right here. When you get somebody to say yes, you create 2 weeks of free content in this tool. And when it goes out and they see the value that you can provide for them, then you offer to continue to do it for $500 a month. And that is an every other day post. And if they want you to post every single day to multiple platforms, I recommend you charge $1,000 a month. Okay, so let me know if you guys got value out of this. If you go to my Facebook group, you'll see that I'm regularly posting people in my community. Go to AI Clients and Cashflow. We've got 25,000 other people here. This is a free Facebook group, strategy group. And you can see people in here regularly. This is a podcast I did with a 17-year-old the other day in high school. He already has 2 clients. Check that one out. You'll regularly see people in here asking questions, posting their success, taking an active role in building an online business. And whether you take me up on this free 4-part fast track training or not, and you're just looking to get support in taking action, you can go to this Facebook group. It's free. Or maybe if you have questions, you can come here and post them if you're not on the live stream. But if you guys have questions right now on anything that I covered, give me those questions in the chat, and I will spend a little more time with you going through them. But if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Consider sharing this video with a friend, this stream with a friend who you guys think should get started going with this. Because as I said, this is a realistic business model for people that are trying to leave their job, start a side hustle, can follow instructions. If you can use tools like ChatGPT and Manus AI, have I done anything? And I want to know this. Please answer this. I've got a couple hundred people in here watching the stream. Have I shown you anything that I have shown you to do Does that actually seem like you have to be extremely technical or an expert in any way? Somebody's asking if you can post on LinkedIn. Yes, you can see I have my LinkedIn profile connected right here. Yes. So I'm going to go through the questions real quick. And you guys, I have a slide. I'm going to spend a little more time with you today going through questions right now, because how many people do we have in the stream again? I want to make sure I give you guys as much value as I can before I get out of here. And, there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about. I don't really care if you guys want to talk about, discipline, staying consistent, AI marketing at large, the opportunity. But look at this, you guys. Did you know that Google just wrapped up its best year on Wall Street since 2009? This next year is going to be crazy. For the people that are actually taking time to watch an hour video like this and then taking some additional time to take action on it, think of the foundation you're building right now as this trend of artificial intelligence continues to rise, and how you are positioning yourself to take advantage of the trend rather than get left behind. The name of my Facebook group is called AI Clients and Cashflow. Somebody says, I think one of the biggest challenges will be establishing trust with prospective clients. You're absolutely correct. If you're brand new, you need to establish trust. You know what? The reason this works, if you need to establish trust or if you don't have a portfolio, giving the 2 weeks of content for free up front. They don't have to trust you. You're giving it to them for free, and you're allowing them to see the value in the content by creating it ahead of time. Now, why does this work so well right now? Well, because creating the content up front in the past, it used to be very labor intensive. But I just showed you how you can use this tool to create this content, 2 weeks of free content in 10 minutes. So you're able to de-risk the situation. You give them the 2 weeks of free content, and they see that it's great, it's high quality, it's just as good, if not better, than the stuff that they were making. It doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 10 years. You have shown them that you can create what they are looking for. So that's how you get them to trust you. Link in the chat for the 4-part AI fast track training. Somebody says, can you put in that link? Somebody says, Google high-level pricing scares me. I was under the impression it was $4.97 a month. What is that price point? No. So they do have, so HighLevel has, Go HighLevel pricing. So Go HighLevel has multiple pricing, right? $97 a month, $297 a month, or $497 a month. Now, I have a trial to each level. Like, I can give you 30 days free to any one of these packages. I'm going to put this in the chat right now for you guys. I'm giving you, if you don't want to take the fast track training, which is totally free, I don't know why you would, it's training that goes with HighLevel. I'm putting a link in the chat for the 30 days free to HighLevel directly. Now, what I recommend, if you're brand new and you're very limited on money, you just take the 30 days free of the $97 a month trial, right? You can get a 14-day trial from their website, but if you go through me and the link that I'm giving you, it's 30 days. So I don't know why you would do that. I've shared with you a way to get somebody to pay you $500 to $1,000 a month. That's one client. I've shared with you on this video a method that if you spent a few hours a day following along, I don't know how you wouldn't get a client, but you have to be consistent. And is $97 a month worth it to get this entire toolkit that you can use to continue to get clients? Yes, 100%. Back to the contractor example. I mean, I used to be a mechanic, right? I used to work on cars for a living. And this is me jumping out of a car, working on cars. You know how much money I had to spend on tools to work on cars? I had every week, the Snap-on guy or the Matco guy would drive their big van full of tools into the parking lot. And I would literally go into debt to buy the tools that I needed to fix the cars that I had to work on. And you know what? Every single time a new model came out, a new year came out, I had to buy more and more tools, more and more tools. The nice thing about HighLevel, if you're trying to get small businesses to pay you online, is you get all these tools on the left-hand side. I talk more about a lot of them, most of them, in the 4-part fast track training. You get all these tools for 30 days free if you use my link, and then $99 a month just for that one fee. And look, you can see I'm using this for Mina Marketing, right? This is the Mina Marketing installation of this tool belt. You add your clients in here, and they get their own installation of the tool belt. But I use this for my business too. These posts that I'm showing you, this is for my company, Mina Marketing. This is going out to our social media. So not only do I use HighLevel for myself, but I also use it for all my clients too. Somebody says, I love your offer, but I used HighLevel before, moved away from it. I'm a techie and don't need the platform, honestly. That's fine. If you don't want to use it, that's okay. I'm not like, it's cool. You know, I'm using it because it works really well. Like I've shown you some of my results, right? Like we're recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii. We didn't have that type of growth until we started using HighLevel. I paid for a lot of additional tools outside of just the one. So my profit margins weren't as high. And, you know, we use it for, like, realistically, you guys, this is a screenshot of my ClickUp, right? We've got around 50 clients. These are the columns for the monthly retainers, huge clients, paying us anywhere from $2,000, $5,000, some paying us $8,000. This guy's paying us $14,000 a month. And each one of these clients, we're using HighLevel to run our campaigns on. And, you know, our company is going to do $2 million this year. We have 50 clients. Now, to have that type of revenue, $2 million with only 50 clients, is unheard of for most people. But you know how we do it? When we get somebody to say yes to our irresistible offer of social media posting, then we start to sell them the other things into HighLevel. Oh, you want more reviews on your Google profile? Let me go to the reputation section and let me go do a review request to everybody that's ever bought something from you before. Give me your contact information for your customers. I'll upload it and I'll send them a review request. They get a direct link to your Google profile and they can leave you a review. That costs $300. And if you want to keep that going automated, it's another $97 a month. So when somebody says yes and we get them into the system, they trust us, they like us, we've given them value before, they like our content or whatever the services that we're selling them. Now we have the ability, because we have that relationship, to sell more things. And rather than going out there and trying to reinvent the wheel, I just unlock the things in HighLevel that already exist because it was created to make more money with small businesses. Somebody says close chat. Saw your link in the description. The chat is not closed. Somebody says, my name is Mario. I'm currently looking for a side as well, a permanent gate, bro. I was going to even sign up with your company last month, but I don't know what Manus is. Rewatch the video. Manus is an autonomous agent tool, and I give you a method that you can use to build unlimited leads and sell services to them. Somebody says, can I get the documents so I can turn it up? Yes, I've put that in the chat. Somebody says, how do you support your Go HighLevel team? I don't have a Go HighLevel team. I mean, I have a team in the agency and we use HighLevel. How do we support them? If you ever have any questions on how to use HighLevel, go to Google and type in GHL and whatever feature you want to research on, social planner, and there is a step-by-step how-to library on how to use every single feature with step-by-step videos. This thing is totally free, this how-to library, step-by-step in videos. And this is one of the things that made me feel very strongly about actually promoting HighLevel this last year, is how well they support the people that use their tool. I've been in the affiliate game for probably 10 years. I've made millions of dollars. I've sold, I don't know, tens of thousands, if not maybe close to 100,000 affiliate products, I would imagine. HighLevel has the best support that I've seen for the people that use their tool. And, you know, I use it for myself. I've needed support. They've helped me. In fact, just last week, I mean, if I have an issue, you guys, I just hit this little question mark and I can jump on a call right now. I can jump on a Zoom call with somebody on their team right now. Look, join Zoom call right now. I can chat with them. I can book a call. I can get a Slack message, but I can join a Zoom call right now and I'll show them my screen and they'll be like, oh yeah, just do this. That's huge. Imagine the infrastructure you have to actually have as a company to make something like that happen. So we always start out with the support portal because it's super valuable and easy to use, and usually everything gets fixed there. But if there is an issue, then we jump on a Zoom call with them, which you can do at any time, as long as you have your membership. Somebody says, Nick is a great guy, but don't pay insane $500 a month when Manus can help you build your own Go High Level type tool for you. $500 a month for what? Somebody says, and you still only pay $97 a month for HighLevel. No, so I recommend you increase as you go, right? Like follow along with what I'm showing you, get your first client, charge $500 to $1,000 a month. You can get, I think, 2 or 3 clients in HighLevel. You should be making, way more than you're already paying for HighLevel. And when you need to, upgrade to the $299, which gives you unlimited clients. So if you want to get to a point where you can have as many clients in there as you want, it's $297 a month, but you don't upgrade until you already have people paying you $500 to $1,000 a month. And that's the whole point of this fast track training, you guys. I'm giving you 30 days free of HighLevel, and then I'm giving you additional step-by-step training, even outside of my YouTube channel, which I publish pretty much every other day, on how to get a client to help you cover the cost of this tool. Somebody says, it's funny how a bunch of broke trolls in the comments are telling you what to do when there's a literally $1 million company. I know, it's freaking wild. Whatever. I don't really care. Like, I have my proof from people following my strategies is undeniable. I could go on for days showing you proof. And if you don't believe me, go into my Facebook group, go to the magnifying glass, search the hashtag win. There's no way to falsify this. There's people in here December 30th, December 29th, December 27th, December 21st. Does the stuff that I share work? Yeah. You know why it works better than 99% of the people out there? Because I'm actually doing it. And I don't care what people say. They can talk all the shit they want. Like, YouTube trolls are the best, in my opinion. They're the best keyboard jockeys. But the reason my stuff works better than what other people are doing out there is, and I will hold this line, I don't care what you say, is because I'm actually doing it. I've scaled multiple 7-figure businesses. I have an active 7-figure AI marketing agency. I have over 2,000 success stories of people actually getting clients and increasing their performance and saving time with my strategies because they work. So, I know people are skeptical. You have every right to be skeptical. There's a lot of bad actors out there. There's a lot of people out there that are giving out bad information. That is one of the reasons I got into making content, is because when I was getting started, I bought a course from somebody who had no business selling a course. I got in there, I invested my money, I invested my time. And when I got through it, I was like, I figured out this was never something that ever worked successfully before. I was like, wow, that's super shitty. And come to find out, a lot of people online are doing that. And it became clear to me, I have more actual results, real results, than the people out there that are like, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and saying they're doing all these things and influencers and all that shit. Even when I was in the beginning, I'm like, look, I know how to get a client and I can talk about that. And that's literally how my journey started in making content online, is like always leading with what I'm doing in my company, Mina Marketing. It used to be called Nick Ponte Marketing. You can go look it up. I've always talked about what I'm actually doing, and I've done the difficult process of running this business, growing a team, getting customers, while running a separate business, which is teaching people how to do what I'm doing online. I've had people Alex Hormozy told me to do one, stop doing both. And I can't, to be completely upfront with you guys. The reason that I can't is because the only reason I can be here today talking to you all about this is because I'm doing it. You know, I'm not able to come up with some fake shit or bull crap, like slick, salesy, persuasive stuff. That's not who I am. You know, the passion that I have to talk about what I'm doing right now is exactly that. It's because I'm passionate about growing businesses, using AI tools, helping them get more customers, sales, and leads. If you meet me in real life, I'm not this chatty. I'm not this talkative. I'm not this passionate outside of, you know, surfing or, you know, other things like investing in real estate, things that I'm passionate about. But that's the only reason I'm able to create content. I'm not like a content creator naturally, but I can talk about what I'm actually doing. So I hope that makes sense. I want to make sure I get some questions in here because I know a lot of people actually have real legit questions. And I know I ask this a lot. How many people are on the stream? Because it helps me to understand how many people are actually here, how many questions are coming in, and how long I should stay before I get out here because I do have a lot of shit to do today. Somebody says, so instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I'm going to go and try to make money so the tool can pay for itself. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Rap veterans, exactly. I've already, you know, check the link in the description, you guys. You have a direct link to HighLevel. You have a link to the 4-part fast track training. If you want to, look, the 4-part fast track training is free. There is an option to upgrade. It's the VIP option. It's not required. I give you the full 4-part fast track training for free. The reason there's a VIP upgrade is some people ask for more. They want more done for you templates. They want more. They just want a little more so they can go a little faster. And so that's what the VIP upgrade is for, but you do not need it. You can say no, and you can take the 4-part fast track training, and it will drop you off at this page right here. It'll drop you off at this page that says, congrats, you're in. You can see, look, step 1. Shit. I don't know if you guys can see this. Step 1, register. Step 2, VIP upgrade. If you take it, great. It's like, I think it's just under $30. Either way, you get to step 3 if you say yes or no, where you get your free trial to HighLevel, 30 days free. Join the Facebook group. Video 1 of the 4-part fast track training. You get your AI bonus resources, which is this entire spreadsheet of all my latest videos and all the bonus documents that I have, which is this last one is the entry for today with all the prompts and the templates and the things that I mentioned in this video. So you can get all that right now just by going to the fast track training and signing up for it. It's free. And yeah, I'm definitely committed to your success. Somebody says use alternatives. Go ahead, use alternatives. Reinvent the wheel. How many clients do you have? What is the promotion for the 30 days trial run? I don't see it. Where? What? Somebody says, how can I implement this as a virtual assistant? My goal was to ask $15 per hour just to help companies remotely, follow up calls, do social, reply, voicemail. That's a good question. You can do exactly what I'm sharing with you here. Like, if you are overseas and you're a virtual assistant and you're trying to get clients in the US, then this is exactly the type of method you should be using. You should be using an irresistible, you should be picking an industry, you should be identifying the pain points. For this video I've shared with you, not having activity on social media is a pain point, and then you should give them 2 weeks of free content to get your foot in the door and show that you know how to do it. And if you're overseas, the reason that works better than, I don't know what else you would do, try to cold call. Most people overseas try to cold call, or like, you know, they don't want to sound like every other cold caller and have an accent and get hung up on or whatever. I would make the argument that you have to be unique. You have to be creative. You have to lead with value. You have to have an irresistible offer with a foot in the door to get your client. So this is exactly what you should be doing. Somebody says, so sad to pay the $97 to $500 months when you can get free alternatives that already is. I don't even know what you're talking about. You keep like spamming the chat. I'm not even gonna read that anymore. Somebody says Google Gemini makes a great digital assistant for free. I built one in less than an hour. I totally agree. You know, right now, I love Gemini for anything that's related to Google because Gemini is Google's tool. I use ChatGPT as kind of my daily driver, like questions, strategy, stuff like that. I use Perplexity for research. I use Claude for writing sales pages, emails, content, copy, social media posts if I'm not actually using HighLevel's social media planner, but theirs is actually really good. Somebody says, I just canceled my HighLevel. I don't have any clients yet. My US number is about to run out of trial. So yeah, I mean, what I recommend is, here's something you guys need to know. Okay. There's a lot of information online. There's too much information online. There's a lot of YouTubers out there. There's a lot of strategy out there. There's a lot of courses out there. Your job this year needs to be that you get better at filtering out the garbage. Okay, think about that for a second. You do not need more strategy. You do not need more information. You do not need somebody else. You do not need multiple things. You need one thing that actually works and to focus on that. But you need to make sure that thing actually works. I don't care who you're listening to, whether it's me or somebody else, just make sure that who you're listening to is actually doing the thing that they're teaching you. This industry is moving so fast that if you're not doing it, you're doing something outdated. And so that's your job. That's your job. Somebody says, Nick, did you start at the $97 a month level? Yes, I did. Somebody said, wow, I'm shocked that there's this dude in here who's like, how funny would it be to like spend all your time on a YouTube stream just throwing out negativity? Like you don't have anything else better to do with your day, like going out and getting a client or doing something else. You just got to hang out in this stream that you're completely not into, talking a bunch of smack. I'm going to do more questions, you guys. Give me some real questions. If you want to talk about affiliate, you want to talk about real estate, you want to talk about HighLevel, you want to talk about the method that I shared with you, you want to talk about the prompts that I shared. By the way, I said I was going to, this video or this website, this is the website Manus made for me at the beginning. And if I want to hit publish now, Manus, look, it gives you this link and it made the entire website for me. I just gave it one prompt and I said, build me a website on my personal brand. And I'd probably change this background image, but how crazy is it that all I had to do is give it one prompt and it built me a website? And beyond like the websites, obviously I like the lead finding capabilities, the deep research stuff. That stuff's really super helpful because in the past I had to like pay somebody to scrape data and build lead lists and have other tools. Somebody says, anybody should be able to plug in this blueprint and get their first customers. Somebody says, I have an app idea. Look, you guys, if you want to get in touch with me after the stream, I have been more active on social media lately. So just find me on Instagram. What's my Instagram? @NickPonte. And you can send me a DM there. How do I do it? @NickPonte. You can send me a DM there and I've been checking like my DM requests every day because I'm trying to just connect with people a little more directly. So somebody says, hey Nick, where can I get a copy of the SOP created for AI search visibility fulfillment? Oh, that's from like one of my streams the other day. So when you join the fast track training, you get this document here, right? I don't know which one that is, but just look at the YouTube video and what day it went out, and then you'll find it it's probably this one, the Pomeli search outreach one. You can just go there. All these bonus documents, they're all there. They're already live. You guys still haven't told me, or at least the chat is blowing up too much for me to actually see it, but how many people are still here? Somebody says, are you able to edit the website after you launch it? Yes, you are. And the cool thing is you can like edit, like drag and drop. You don't have to like code or anything like that. Somebody says, if you're not doing it outdated, you're doing it outdated. That should be one of your citing principles. I agree. Does Gemini actually build digital assistants or give framework? I don't know if it actually builds like an agent. Actually, I think they do have one. Somebody said, used to call them a lot of gurus, legendary marketer, taught us about scoliosis and the noise. I like that, scoliosis. I'm going to have to use that. Now I'm picking up heavy parts and stuff. Yeah, I hear you. Nobody's hating on you. We're just saying this is the reason to go into an open source. Somebody says, how do we connect to you and those who want to build with getting affiliates? Yeah, just shoot me a DM on Insta. I have a question about obtaining clients in smaller markets. I mean, it just feels like I have to be there in person. It's like people don't trust email anymore, man. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Email, business owners get hit up all the time. And so your emails have to be different. The reason people don't trust email is because people are sending out spam. They're sending out one email to 20,000 people. It's not personalized. And my recommendation, and like I have shared with you here, and I'm giving you, right, like in this video, I've given you an email template. And we talk more about this in the fast track training, but we could spend more time on this, right? This is a template. I recommend that you edit it. I recommend that you make your outreach unique. I like to spend more time on my emails, sending them directly from my personal Gmail and making them look like they come from a friend so that people actually open them and that the content within them is very personalized. You know, if I'm going to offer something to somebody, I'm going to create an image with, you know, like maybe if I'm going to give them one of these social media images in the actual email, I'll be like, hey, I just created this image for you to share on social media. I'm going to make sure their logo is in it. You know, it's very personalized. It's very custom. It's not the same image that went to 10,000 people. It's something that they could actually use. So when you guys are new, you know, really start to get in that mindset of like, if I need to get better results, spend a little more time giving the value up front. And that starts with your emails or your DMs. And then you could do additional things, right? If you see somebody that is a good fit to something that you were trying to sell, follow them on social media, comment on their posts, send them a DM. And so when you do send them an email, your name is familiar. You're not just like email spam. You're that guy that was on their live stream. You're that guy that responded to their social media post and asked them a great question. When I was brand new and I had no clients, I would spend a lot of time doing these types of guerrilla tactics because you have to do a little more to be successful. And over time, when you get wins, when you get reviews, when you get a portfolio, you have to do less and less. Like today, I get people coming to me, right? People just come to my website. They find me and they go to my website, and I have somebody that's on my sales team, and you know, they can choose to work with them or not. And then of course we have our own methods. We have every single day we have somebody in our team calling leads that we build with tools just like this. You know, so you're going to do multiple things. 250 people watching right now. Oh, snap. There's still a lot of people here. Somebody says, can you talk more about the affiliate portion? So HighLevel has an affiliate program, and anybody that signs up through you, they give you 40% of what they pay per month. If they cancel, they stop paying you. So again, like I felt like I used HighLevel for probably 3 or 4 years in my agency before I actually promoted it as an affiliate. Why? Because when I first started using it, when it was in its infancy, I wasn't able to use it in a way that I could communicate like I am to you today. But they have continued to make it better and better and better. And with AI, you know, adding in like the AI social media planner, the AI agent section, you can create voice AI agents and conversation agents and knowledge bases and things like that. This wasn't around when I first started. And I started using and adopting more of these things as they were released. And then it became, in 2025, it became so dominant in my business that I could no longer not talk about it. Like I had to talk about it. So yeah, that's kind of been my journey. And yeah, like I've, because I'm using it, it makes sense to talk about it. And yes, I do get a commission, and that commission goes away if you don't use the tool. So think about that for a second. It does me no good if you sign up the tool and you don't use it. So I mentioned this before, but our incentives are aligned in the training that I give you, the stuff that I give you in my videos on YouTube or in the 4-part fast track training. They have to work for me to actually be successful as an affiliate. Somebody says, well, I need a company email ID, or can I use my regular ID to pitch clients? In the beginning, I recommend you use your regular ID. Somebody says, so with Manus, can we ask it to search small businesses in our state? For example, Arizona. Yeah, that's exactly what the prompt is that I give you. You can see you edit your city, state, and then you put in your industry. So these are the two pieces that you edit right here at the bottom. Somebody says, what is Smart Directory AI? So Smart Directory AI is a software tool that I co-created, and it allows you to build directory sites just like this and give businesses in your area, small businesses, listings on the site. And you can essentially, like, this is my directory site. It's called the Hawaii Thrive Initiative. And I have businesses that I give these free listings to, which are very basic. But then I also can give them premium listings like these ones, which have additional features like they can add their social media, they can add their images, they can add content and their menus and things like that. And so this is a prospecting method. This is a method that I use to get people to come to me. Like I have lots of different ways to get clients, right? This is one of the methods. And this tool allows you to build sites like this. It's built on HighLevel. So the nice thing is when you deploy one of these, which is easy to deploy, then you also have all the other tools that come with HighLevel. So you can build your email list, and it's really easy to give businesses listings, right? You essentially create a list of emails like I've done with Manus AI. You upload them into your directory and everybody gets a listing, and you just give them a tag if you want to give them a premium listing. Anyway, if you send emails to people or make phone calls to people and say, hey, it's Nick from the Hawaii Thrive Initiative. We've given your business a free piece of advertising on our website. It's already live. I just want to confirm we have the correct information. Business owners don't look at that as spam or normal prospecting. They look at it as a fellow business owner supporting the shop local movement. And they're like, oh, wow, thank you. I appreciate it. Obviously, it helps their SEO too, to have a link on their site to your website. And then we just say, oh, by the way, I noticed you haven't posted on social media in a long time. We also help people with that too. Oh, by the way, I noticed your website is broken. Oh, by the way, I noticed you're not running Google ads. The directory is another method that I use to prospect and get clients at scale. If you want more information on it, smartdirectory.ai is where you go. Somebody says, by the way, I guess even Perplexity could be used for research and find businesses. Yeah. I like to use tools that, like the thing about Gemini is all the businesses I want to work with are in Google. So Gemini is Google's tool. Manus AI will pull a list from Google, and then it'll cross-reference the information it gets from LinkedIn, Bing, different databases to make sure the information is accurate because it's an autonomous agent. So I like those tools for building lists rather than Perplexity. Is really good at research. And when it gives you research, it cites the information, which I really like. So he says, is there a function in HighLevel which allows you to buy a number and use it like a mobile phone? Yes. So one of the big, that's a great question, Linny. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. One of the many things of HighLevel here is you're able to purchase phone numbers. Let me make sure, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Let me hide my screen. You can purchase phone numbers, and beyond the phone numbers, I actually have to take a screenshot of this because, we got trolls here. Can't be giving them my phone number or my team's phone number or my company's phone number because they'll probably do some weird stuff. But, you know, in the phone system section, you can buy as many phone numbers as you want for $1. And the nice thing is you can manage these phone numbers and you can just forward them to any phone number, any other phone number you want. So I have a company number that I bought through here and it's in my area code. And then if anybody calls that number, then it just forwards to my cell phone. And you want to know something else that's cool is you also can track all those phone calls in the reporting section. So, you know, when we run Google ads for somebody or we do lead generation for somebody, at the end of the month, we send them a report that says, hey, we had 50 phone calls to the phone number we set up for you. And you said that, you know, if you get out of the 10 people that you talked to about this, you closed 2 of them. So since we sent you 50, that means we've probably closed 10 deals for you. Do you want to continue to pay us $1,000 a month? Yes. Somebody says, I don't think that your statement has a type of impact oh, they're talking to the guy. Somebody says, when it comes to timing, did you try and get customers and then join HighLevel and then take a look at the fast track, or is that something you have to do first? No. So I created the fast track for anyone, you know, regardless if you've done this for a while, like you get 30 days of HighLevel and you get strategy for 4 training series to go with it to help you get your next client and hopefully pay for HighLevel. But if you're brand new, like there's no risk. The fast track is free. There's 30 days of HighLevel. So if you're brand new and you just need somewhere to go and where to start, just take the fast track. It's free. Somebody says, Nick, how am I on the lunch watching? Is there a certain time you go live or do you go live random? I'm on Hawaii time. So right now it's 10 a.m. I try to go live like first thing in the morning while I'm fresh. So anywhere from like 8 to 10 usually. But no, I don't send emails. I just go live. I know I probably should do a better job about that. Somebody says, will this tool directory help with AI search optimization and ranking companies higher? I mean, well, anytime you get a link from another website, like Google sees that and says like, okay, well, if this website's linking to you, then you must be somewhat credible. And the more credible that website is, then the more trustworthy they're going to think that you are. Like, for example, if a very trustworthy website like Home Depot, who's been around for decades and has millions of links and trust signals and traffic, if they sent, and I own a roofing company and they send me a backlink, Google's going to see that and be like, holy shit, Home Depot sent this guy a backlink. He must be in the home services industry and trustworthy. Otherwise, Home Depot would not have sent him a backlink. If he was a porn site, Home Depot would never send him a backlink. So one of the only ways that Google can actually deem people trustworthy and have credibility is if high authority websites give you links. So that's why people get links. Somebody says, hi, Nick, is there a function HighLevel? Oh, yeah, you got that one. All right, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. Final questions before we get out of here? I appreciate you all being out here. I know we got a few hundred people here, but you know, I've given you a lot already. Give me my 4-part AI fast track training. If you're watching the stream, comment below. I will send you the document. I'm gonna put the fast track link in the chat right now one more time for you. I'm gonna put the direct link for HighLevel in my Snapshot if you want it. And then I do have a special link for Smart Directory AI if you guys want that too. Here. I think that's it. Let me see. Smart Directory. Yeah. Somebody, yep. People are saying thank you. I'll rewatch everything from the start. Yep. Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys. And, you know, I've shared a lot here. So, you know, if you know somebody that might find this valuable and you think they should get going with this business model, consider sharing this video with them. Like, subscribe, comment below for the fast track training. I put the links in the chat. Join the Facebook group if you want more support. Follow me on Instagram if you want to DM me anything.